omaimu adia ekum ni papa wo omaimu at the end of the year no say wo ye cross check na wo calculation a adia ekum ni padodo atwi ni padodo kwa asamado eye ka kwanhia ni nyina nso ye kwan a ye nyintia because I hire all media Ghana se ni di kan hwe meso so be subscribe obe like na do comment no feel free na wo dia to ho me ba make kan e de ama o parliament ayehye financial minister enche na obe read media budget omo kasa fa niam bebre ho tituru okwan a wo Ghana ha enye omo kan ho asem se omo beye omo di big push no ebeye saa numa ni nyina afiri ho na parliament egusu didi ho nkomo no na former road minister Asenso Boakye one current road minister Hon.Agboza omakra so parliament ho onia enya asem ketwa he nye minister road minister can say MPP emra omo so no omo so maye 10,800 kilometers new road enya no kre eno na president nanado dankwa kufuado ebe kan na we say no osanzo ye say no so what kai say video na yes eno no waka say enya no kre omo digigi sika bebre so omo de ye ya kwan a omo anye sana Indian company bi AJ sika $30 million we we ya was on like on terminated contract no say no on terminated contract and either say omo be ye kwan a worth $30 million and now say we dey sika bebre eno mo hwe na ensam de onia ebia koso parliament wo papa mintimi kan nyina dimachi ne yankwahwemra
for the Swami interchange when the loan agreement for the Swami interchange fell off. So when they argue that we are not doing Swami interchange and Ofankor with loan, it is difficult for me to understand. Indeed, we took some of that money to those projects, yet the projects are not completed. So he hasn't said anything different. The finance minister didn't say that those projects were 10 key projects to be done by a loan. He says that you took a loan, you paid for those projects partly from the $750 million Afri-Exim money. And that is factual. So he hasn't said anything that is wrong. Mr. Speaker, my colleague also talked about why PTC is not part of Big Push. You know better than I do about this. When you came to this house about that so-called barter agreement with Hon.Agboza, Sino-Hydro, we told you that was not going to work. That no one was ready to take our bauxite and give us road. You said, oh, it's the most fantastic. With the Vice President Boakye holding a calabash in China, that we have gotten 15 billion Ghana cedi. It turns out that you came back here to convert the so-called barter agreement to a loan. Guess what? Sino-Hydro got angry and stopped working because when they raised certificate, we were unable to pay them. So we have to go to China and beg them that they should come back. And let me tell you this. It is true. Sino-Hydro has listened. They have decided to sign the agreement. They will be back to do the PTC runabout project. So you cannot put a project which is already with a Sino-Hydro under the Big Push. That is why it is not part of it. And you should know better about that. Teach him. How do you call it? I heard you also saying somewhere that you issued a statement saying that we are saying that President Akufo-Addo, well, we are trying to rubbish President Akufo-Addo's record of 10,800 kilometers. You were not here. He was standing here and said, we have built 10,800 kilometers of new roads, and he was doing us like that. Remind him. And I fact-checked him. I was the ranking. I fact-checked him. It was a lie. He never built 10,800 kilometers.
Honorable Minister, withdraw the word. It was a lie.
Mr. Speaker, I will not even belabor the point.
Very well.
I withdraw the lie.
Very
Mr.
well,
Speaker,
very well.
what the president said here was untrue. Yes. He never built 10,800 kilometers of new roads. And guess what? He compelled the ministry to issue a statement, and the statement says that, let me read. If Hon.Agboza, and so you can check, you still have some people at the ministry. And this is what the ministry issued, that road ministry confirms construction of 10,875 kilometers of new roads under President Akufo-Addo, Joy FM, because he compelled them to do that. Fortunately, the PRO who issued a statement is still my PRO today. I don't know how he feels today by issuing that statement and the reality of the day. You understand? So your press statement was needless. You don't want any of those projects to be abandoned. He said carry it on as additional big push project. You don't like that? What are we talking about here? And then I heard you talking about motorway to Central University. Honorable former minister, you and I know that when you came to this house to give that contract to BHM, I suggested here BHM was not a construction firm. Teach him. Was a management firm. That company it was only last year that company bought a construction firm. That is why they were struggling to do the road. So phase 1 is what they are struggling to do. So the phase 2 is not even an MPP initiated project. The phase 2 is not under contract. And we are carrying it on as a big push project. You should understand this thing. We are quite clear in our minds what we are doing. It is not politics. It is not politics. And I agree with you, you did your best. But the contractors were not listening to you. Because maybe you were afraid of them. I say, if you are a contractor, Ghanaian or foreign, if you breach our laws, we'll deal with you. That is why when I stood here and said that the Indian company that took our $30 million, pretending that we should terminate the contract, I will not. They either build a road worth $30 million or will find ways of taking our money. You can't go for our money. It doesn't matter. We are taking our money. So help me retrieve the 30 million that is supposed to use to do Savelugu to Walewale. Help me. Where's Dr. Kabiru? Help me retrieve the money. Because I need that money to pay contractors who have worked and are not being paid. So help me do that. So I don't know why you are not helping me doing this. And then there's something I need to explain. Big push is not the only road project we are doing. Big push, and I want to say this to all our compatriots across the country. Big push is a special vehicle to address the interconnectivity of our region to our national capital. It is not about Adaklu. You are confirming what I have said. Mr. Speaker, my brother, you see, you have been a road minister for the Republic of Ghana. Is it just a small advice? The road minister of Republic of Ghana, it doesn't sit well where all your examples appears as if you haven't been to any other place in the country. It doesn't look well. Yes, I agree. Accra Kumasi have the biggest volume of traffic in the country. But when you give the impression that just because that is the biggest volume, what about the farmer growing yam in Yendi? Yes. Don't we have to take a road there to convey the yam for us to consume in Accra? So you think that just because there are more people in Accra and Kumasi, we should spend all our money in Accra and Kumasi? Okay, let me give you this. The reset of President Mahama means that we are not, and my brother.
Please, Honorable Bondi, resume your seat. Honorable Bondi, resume your seat. Honorable Minister, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, my good friend, the road minister, should just learn, former road minister, should just learn from his leader. Before I took the podium, he advised that when you were speaking, I never even moved my body. I listened to you. You were taking notes. Just, you see, I don't know why you are feeling uncomfortable. Just stay calm. Let me tell you this. And then you went as far as saying that we build roads where human beings are. I went around the 16 regions. When I got to OT region, there was no active road project going on in the OT region. Wow. Is that fair? Wow. Is that fair? Guess what? Reset means that we are taking road infrastructure to every part of the country. And if you don't like it, you can do whatever you like. When you come back, you can decide not to do road there. We shall take road everywhere we like. Mr. Speaker, you are not actually listening to yourselves. In one vein, you are complaining that we are not taking on some projects on big push. On another vein, you are saying that some of the projects you are taking on as big push are your projects. Imagine. Which one is which? Imagine. Do you want us to do the project or not? And guess what? What the finance minister said here was quite clear. We had our own plan for big push. And let me tell you this. Every single region in our country is touched by the proposed Big Push projects. Yeah. Unlike a few years ago, when the finance minister, the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, stood here and completely ignored Volta region in the critical roads. Completely. You remember that? That happened here. All the 16 regions are touched by the Big Push. And let me tell you, let me repeat once again. Big Push is not a constituency specific or a political gimmick. Yeah. Take, for instance, as you have been a former road minister, take from Wenchi to Wa, you travel that road. How do you feel? He doesn't know that. It's completely neglected. Take from Wa to Bolga. The reason we don't find vehicles on Wa to Bolga is because it's a death trap. Yes, I agree with you. You can drive for hours, you don't even see any vehicle. It's because the road is terrible. When the road is good, people will ply it. Yeah, so President Mahama decide, in about 2 years, we shall reconstruct the road from Bolga to Wa. What is wrong with that? I agree that sections of that road are currently under contract. Just sections. A vast majority of it is not under contract. So a big push is along the major corridors. And guess what? You talked about which region is not captured. So when we want to do a bypass around Kumasi, the eastern quadrant. Currently, when you are from Accra going to Kumasi, or you are even going to the north, you need to drive straight into Kumasi, get stuck in the traffic. We are saying that we are building a bypass. The first portion of the bypass is when you get to Ejisu, you do a detour at the back of Anita Hotel, and then you take that quadrant all the way to hit the Mampo Road. As first, what is wrong with that? And then when we say you get to Sunyani, we do, in fact, we started the Sunyani Ring Road. And then when you came, you abandoned it. We are saying we are going to complete it. What is wrong with that? Tamale is one of the fastest growing cities in West Africa. Go to Tamale now, going around is a problem. We say we are completing and expanding the third ring road. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Now let's come to Accra. I agree that the exit and entry points of what do you call Accra are very bad. The Ofankor Road. As of the time you were leaving office, the contractor has raised certificate of $77 million. You didn't pay him, you left. Now people are doing demonstration. Just this week, we paid that contractor over 300 million Ghana cedis. So that he can continue the work. Why are you not commending us for that? And then we are saying that since we don't have any dedicated fund, we are putting that project as an additional burden on the big push. And you don't like it? And then you go to Kaswa Winneba. Of course, the money has run out. The worst that will happen is that the contractor will leave site. President Mahama does not, or Swami, or anything. In any case, I've also heard Swami Interchange. Yes, the loan for Swami Interchange is a turnkey and a commercial agreement. When you declared yourselves bankrupt, the contractor decided that the bank said they will not give us the money. When you say we should complete it, with money from where? But even that, President Mahama says, take it on. So we are taking the completion of the Swami Interchange. We are taking on the completion of the Swami Interchange as part of Big Push. We are taking on the completion of the Swami Interchange and on Big Push. What is your problem about that? Mr. Speaker, the other thing that we need to deal with is, there's this lack of understanding about some over 160 districts that we have identified as the most deprived of roads. And we are saying that some of those districts are largely agrarian in terms of their economic activity. Yam growing areas, rice growing areas, food we consume. And we are saying that instead of spending 70% of our road budget on Accra and Kumasi building additional interchanges, the real economic value of our country comes from agriculture and mining and tourism. Let's tap into those things. So we have identified those 160 districts, and we are saying that out of equity, we shall devote more resources to upgrade the roads in those districts. That is what we are talking about. It is, can Ofori-Atta and the NPP declare the country bankrupt? And then let me conclude with this, former honorable road minister. The situation of our roads in Ghana is a very terrible one. And I want the House to join us address this. Everybody, including every colleague, including myself, the road in our backyard is very terrible. There's nothing wrong if the finance minister decides that instead of sharing our oil resources, building astroturfs here and there, mainly in your constituencies, mainly in your districts. Yes, the record is there. Instead of doing that, let's build roads that everybody can use. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, astroturf is good, but you see, today, put astroturf on one side and road on the other side.
Honourable member, conclude. 1 minute.
Let me
more.
conclude by saying, Mr. Speaker, we are clear on our minds. President Mahama's reset means that the road network in our country must improve. And we are making a commitment. Yes, in 3 weeks, we shall start the big push projects. And indeed, inshallah, one of them that will be started. Nothing will stop it. And the last question, Mr. Speaker, if you are a contractor in road project from now, and you do a shoddy work, you will be forced to take an insurance, and we shall cash the insurance if you do a bad job. And all those who have taken government money for works they have not done, let me tell you, we are already investigating some of them. We are coming after you. If you are thinking of doing a new project,
your time is up. Your time is up.
it shall have good road. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Abusia na ne etie no wanze wahu bi ade a ekun oman mu nipa at the end of the year nipa ewuo paa no ade ekun mu no ne dikan eye ka akwanhia oman mu yakwan nyina nye ne ye gisika so ye de koye kwan ne ye gisika no yetumi gisika minister tumi gisika se be de koye kwan na ekwan a woso ye asphalt no no ye sapete cars akasiye na munsuo to no na kwan na tutu yetumi ya kwan within 3 months na kwan na sei ne ya san pesika foforo san ade akoye kwan ni bi meanwhile wuji sika say we de koye kwan a ebetuma last even 10 years but when you kramba cause no accountability enkoso intinipa no de nyanse wakotwa kwan no so twa net kokwa ato na wadi kota na faso obi an cheke say sika no obeje so de koye kwan no eno no ye na enen nipa wua na ewu encheye na asori bi konhyiamu a ka kwanya akwanhyia nipa 15 ne omunyina krana na omunyina to anananom wonse do bebi a Ghana adu ye kwanye Ghana kwan ayaman no wonnam so a yasen mesoa. What's the meaning of this? And the ministers no, the road ministers no, even all the ministers no, more ye isisi anana Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, our appointment no. Monhwe na monye madwuma ye. Hon.Agboza minim se obey na dwuma ye. If he said when eni esi abre kasa ne de, minim se obey na dwuma. If he say ono ba ye no, wa check all rules e wo Ghana nya wo say Ghana ya kwan nye. Enu nti ono msa afi bia no. Omayi 15 constituencies wo no ma afi bia no. Ombe ye 10 kilometers amasa constituency ni nyina bi say sa constituency no omkwan nye. Mama nko Kumasi Accra highway ne so enye baako kura wo free ha ekaso wo kɔ Accra empire bonko a wuti aneye obi akun if so mamu twi kasa kese an kura de kasa ngeto ade ba mo ne hwe ono onfa ho se baabi a wonam no enye ne path ebi ye wo ka keto no path ba honom ye on check oba be fa wo se wo wanti enzi fom a obukun Ghana yakwan nyina anye enti de Ghana youth ene Ghana fo nyina ka kire NDC aban ne say maba no monhwe na monya yakwan mayen cause kasa kwanhia ekun dodo aha aye ala media Ghana nsemi wadwen kire ho ne say fato comment section ko be ba make kan dia ma